It's hard, when you lose these games, man. It's like the players, what they put into it. A lot of people don't know, what they go through. You have to get up. Bodies beat you, and, mentally stay locked in and do those things. So, long season.
What happened on the 12 men on the field penalty?
It's my fault. It's my fault.
That's just brutal.
Tough scene.
It's really brutal.
Rough team. It's a tough scene, and I get it. That's a guy who lives and bleeds for his players, and that was a team that rightfully so had Super Bowl aspirations. They came so close last year, and they're like, all right, fine, we're back, we're coming back. This is they win the big game against Minnesota. We've got home field. People got to come through us to get to the Super Bowl, and then to lose a game like this where they moved the ball unbelievably well, but just again, all the turnovers and. The turnovers, but also the one other thing I was going to say is, and this is credit to the Commanders, right? I mean, like the Commanders, other than they played very clean football, right? Like the face mask thing was a phantom thing, and 12 men on the field. When the Lions had 12 men on the field, when it's 4th and 2, and you get a stop, that's the game right there. You've got a real good shot there, and then. To then give the Commanders 1st and goal at the 1, and they punch it in 2 plays later,
Yeah. I mean, this is a compliment to Detroit and Dan Campbell. That team had no right to be 15-2 with all the injuries that they had.
A lot of bad luck this year.
Tremendously bad luck.
Edge rushers, corners, like the whole defense was just the fact that they were able to keep Minnesota to single digits in Week 18. The fact that they were able to get through those games at the end of the season, get to 15-2, is a testament to Campbell and Glenn and Ben Johnson and the guys on the team. So, yeah, no one takes any joy in seeing the Lions go down, but, they still have an awesome roster. They'll be back in the mix next year.
Well, the thing is, too, you see him at the podium like that. Last year when he was at the podium like that, he said it's going to be really hard to get back here. Yeah. And, he got Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson to come back. They are both leaving. Yeah. Like, it is a 99% chance that both are going to be head coaches within the next week.
I heard there's a chance Ben Johnson returns.
Well, because that's his shtick at this point.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
but
think of the job he passed up on.
Yeah, right. And we'll talk about them in a second here. But what I was just going to say is that, your window is, it's tough to get back. And so much goes into not only magical season and and players playing well, but also you've got to stay healthy, which is just kind of a luck thing. The Commanders have had an amazing season, and we just lost Cosme, right? But for the most part, they've stayed relatively healthy. We lost Jonathan Allen for a while, why don't we lose Noah Brown? But generally speaking, we lost our kicker. Generally speaking, the Commanders have managed to stay healthy, right? And the Lions, it's just a war of attrition, just brutal injury after brutal injury, and even in that game. And so, it'll be interesting to see, we're going to preview this more, but the Eagles. How healthy is Hurts? Is Mitchell going to miss this game? It looks like Mitchell is, right? And
it's some mixed reports, shockingly. When he left the game, I was like, he's done for the playoffs.
That's what I thought, too.
Today,
seems minor.
It seems like he could give it a go.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. But anyway, but that's that's so big about just how healthy you can stay or not as you get into the playoffs. So yeah, it is I am enjoying this run for the Commanders, obviously for a million reasons, but also because who knows if this ever happens.
Sure. Yeah.
Everyone's just like, oh, you got Jaden Daniels, who gets her set for the next decade, and we're set in the fact that we got a QB, absolutely. But
the Bengals.
Anything can happen.
Look at the Bengals.
They're the key example.
Yeah. Or the Niners.
Couldn't even make the playoffs.
Look at the Niners. Look at the Niners last year versus this year. They just couldn't stay healthy this year. It's such a brutal sport, and and often with injuries, there's just no rhyme or reason.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.